Gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of the Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the support and share the video too. It helps out a lot. Got some news on the Mandalorian and Grogu I thought was very interesting. Obviously speculation, but we'll get more numbers as tickets go on sale for this film. This film's supposed to be releasing in May. No tickets released for the general audience at this point in time, which I think is very interesting. Perhaps in the next couple weeks, you would think, right? This is the first film from Lucasfilm to hit theaters in quite a bit. And so very interesting overall as far as the dynamic on the release of tickets for The Mandalorian and Grogu, but let's read into the article. The Mandalorian and Grogu is tracking to open in the same ballpark as 2018 Solo, A Star Wars Story. The Mandalorian and Grogu arrives in theaters next month, but excitement for the first Star Wars movie since 2019's The Rise of Skywalker is noticeably muted. While The Mandalorian remains one of Disney Plus's most popular series, the marketing campaign for this big screen continuation hasn't exactly hit light speed. I know they did put out a trailer, I'd say recently, but within the last month and a half. I didn't think that trailer was bad. Once again, kind of like the Supergirl trailer I said when that first teaser came out, it wasn't the worst in the world. It was right in the middle, right? If you had to rate it out of 10, you'd say it was a 5. I'd say that next trailer that came out, easily a 6.5, 7. It looks like a fun film, right? Probably not the direction that people want with Star Wars at this point in time. People are kind of burnt out from Star Wars and what's gone on with that series in general, especially with the trilogy films, the most recent trilogy films, and some of the shows that have hit Disney Plus that didn't do too well. And so maybe a serious case of Star Wars fatigue at this point in time. But let's continue. Disney dropped the ball during the Super Bowl with a parody of an old beer car commercial, right? It didn't quite hit. And even the trailers have fallen short in the eyes of some fans. There's time to turn things around, and Star Wars fans will have to show up in May if they want to see more of Din Djarin and the child, aka Baby Yoda. You know their angle is to sell a lot of merch and toys. You know that. So you know Grogu's going to be all over this movie. As for regular moviegoers, Lucasfilm needs to up the marketing and hope for glowing reviews. The first box office projections have just landed via Box Office Theory, by the way, and it looks like The Mandalorian and Grogu is eyeing a $70 to $85 million start in North America. So domestic, ladies and gents. Overall, you're looking at global as well, say probably 185. If it debuts on the lower side, then it would be the lowest domestic opening weekend in the Disney era of Star Wars. Not good. Let's run through some comparisons. Since 2015, Star Wars franchise has opened with $248 million. The Force Awakens, which I really did like that movie a lot, and I'll still defend that movie. $220 million, The Last Jedi. That's where we kind of fell off there. And $177 million, The Rise of Skywalker. And then Rogue One, which is definitely one of the films that people do like, not part of the Skywalker series, but $155 million and $84 million for Solo. Remember, this is all domestic, ladies and gents, so only pertaining to the American audience specifically. A debut in the same ballpark as Solo, A Star Wars Story, isn't ideal. The movie ultimately only grossed $393 million worldwide, but it's worth comparing The Mandalorian and Grogu to Project Hail Mary. It also debuted to $80 million in the US, but good legs have propelled it to an unexpected $600 million globally. And so Project Hail Mary is not at $600 million yet. They're a little ahead of themselves there, but Project Hail Mary is definitely doing good for Amazon at this point in time, Amazon MGM that is. In The Mandalorian and Grogu, the evil empire has fallen and Imperial warlords remain scattered throughout the galaxy. As the fledgling New Republic works to protect everything the rebellion fought for, they have enlisted the help of the Mandalorian, the legendary Mandalorian bounty hunter Din Djarin, and his young apprentice Grogu. And so, ladies and gents, this film releases on May 22nd of this year. I expect some more promo leading into this film. It has been quiet, and I expect the release of the tickets to come relatively shortly, honestly. They can't wait too long, right? This is Star Wars. They haven't put out a big movie in theaters for 7 years. This is to really test the waters. This is data mining for Lucasfilm and Disney at this point in time. Can you bring Star Wars back? Will it be viable? Crazy to be saying these things because Star Wars is a juggernaut, and it does still make decent money compared to other franchises, but Star Wars is definitely not in a position of strength at this point in time, and so this is definitely going to be an experiment, I must say. Jon Favreau is producing this. He's directing it. Definitely well-renowned director and writer in Hollywood. But we'll have to see what happens with the Mandalorian and Grogu. Like I said, that last trailer wasn't the worst. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it looked fun. But is that going to translate with people that have Star Wars fatigue? Who knows? Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you going to be watching The Mandalorian and Grogu, ladies and gents? I'm sure the popcorn buckets are going to be awesome. Can't wait to see those. Let me know what you think, though. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications to stay updated, and be safe. It's Neff signing off.